Have you been wondering what intentional living is? Today we're going to look at the fascinating world of purposeful or intentional living, perfect for those beginners who want to transform their lives. So let's start at the beginning. At its core, intentional living is about making conscious choices to align your actions with your values and priorities. Couldn't remember the last word. It's not just about going through the motions and letting life lead you, but is about you being purposeful. It's about channeling your energies, which is your thoughts, your actions, your money, your efforts, your time, into what matters to you. The concept of intentional living has its roots in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. From ancient Eastern philosophies to modern mindfulness practices, intentional living draws inspiration from a rich variety of sources. As a Christian, I find my intentional or purposeful living that stems from a lot of Bible verses where God talks about his intention for man, but we'll save that for another video. There is no one person that has actually coined the words intentional living. People have just sort of picked up that phrase. But for now, let's explore some fundamental principles of intentional living. Number one, it's about priorities. Let's identify and focus on your priorities. So sit down with a piece of paper, or if you like digital, a Google Doc or notes, and brain dump everything that is important to you. Whether or not you're actually doing anything about it is besides the point. Just get it all out onto paper or digital paper. You're going to find that there's probably some discrepancies between what you think is important to you and what you actually do day by day. But that's okay. Intentional living is not a destination, it's a journey. Number two is about mindfulness. Being present and fully engaged in the moment. For a long time, I used to think, when this happens, I'll be happy or I'll be content. But the problem was, when this happens, never happened. The past is fixed and our futures are not really fully in our control. All we have is today. I'm reading this book right now called Someday is Today. It's by Matthew Dix. And he stresses that someday is dangerous because it allows people to wait to do something that is really important to them, but they wait just too late. Here's a quote from him. Someday is why two of the greatest regrets expressed by people at the end of life, according to hospice workers, are, I wish I'd taken more risks and I wish I'd lived my own dreams. Someday's on a horizon that will never come. It's a wish never fulfilled. He goes on to stress that with today, there is still time to make those minutes matter. Number three is simplicity. Let's simplify our lives by decluttering both physical and mental spaces. In a future video, we're going to be taking a look at what minimalism is and how to incorporate it in our lives, should you so choose. But for today, it is worth considering our environment, both at home and our workplaces, and make choices to remove stuff that is unnecessary for our well-being. Now, that doesn't mean you can quit your job, but we'll talk about that in another video. And finally, number four is authenticity. Live in alignment with your true self. I hear from others that knowing our true selves is a challenge. So ask yourself right now, who are you? And it's easy to answer that with some obvious things, such as I am a daughter, son, mother, brother, father, auntie, uncle, cousin, partner, teacher, banker, insert your own occupation. But don't stop with that. Talk about what you enjoy. What lights you up? What brings you happiness or peace? What keeps you up at night? What gets you out of bed? You don't have to exhaust this list right now, but visit it a few times over the next week or so and just add what comes to mind. Some others who live intentionally also talk about the room for personal growth or even connection, relationships, things like that. But it's your life. You add them if you want to. So what are the benefits to living intentionally? Increased fulfillment, Aligning your life with values brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment. It reduces stress. By simplifying and decluttering, intentional living can lead to a more stress-free existence. And mindfulness practices associated with intentional living contribute to improved mental and emotional well-being. For those just starting their intentional living journey, here are a few tips. 1, start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. You don't have to be perfect at this. Pick one to start and work on that one. You can have a possible list of 10, 12 things you want to do and what matter to you. But again, start small. Take a baby step. Number 2, reflect regularly. Take time to reflect on your values and your goals. One thing I like to do every morning is to write for about 10, 15 minutes while I'm still in bed, and I talk about how the previous day went, what I'm feeling like right now at this moment as I'm writing, and some important tasks for the day. And I find that that keeps me almost emotionally engaged with the day because I've already sort of prepared myself for that. And last thing is engage with a community like this one and seek out like-minded individuals. There are people all over the world who are desiring to live more purposely with intention, and we just need to find each other. Intentional living is about making conscious choices that align with your values and will ultimately craft a life that reflects who you truly are. Have you tried intentional living? Please share your experiences and tips in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on intentional living and personal growth. Thank you for joining me on this journey with intentional living. Remember, every small step counts. Until then, live with intention. I look forward to the next time our screens meet.